small business, one for medium-sized business, one for large business, and one for public sector. And in that, every partner type is included. And so it basically talks and it brings together all of the business group innovation across Windows Client, Windows Server, information worker, etc., and brings about how all of those cloud services come together. And then it would tell, for example, a small reseller serving small business or a large SI serving large business how to think about pulling those businesses together and how to think about transitioning to the cloud. It also includes information as partners are trying to build rate cards and new ways of doing business as those partners who are still haven't figured out exactly how to go to the cloud. We've added a partner profitability, or upgraded, if you will, the partner profitability modeling tool to include our new services. I'd highlight these for all of you. I think it'll be important if you download them. We made them pretty short. They're about 10 pages for each customer type. And I find at Redmond, the #1 requested thing I have is we need to tell partners how to build a cloud business. This tells them how to build a cloud business across our product groups. So I'd highly encourage you, as they're talking to you about it, they want to know, they can go to all the sessions to get a copy of these business builder tools. They will be translated, I believe, into 11 languages. They were finalized a couple days ago, but they will go to 11 languages over the next month. Additionally, we are announcing 2 major add-ons to the Microsoft Partner Network. The first is the Microsoft Cloud Essentials Pack. Imagine this as a, if you will, the replacement for what was called the Quick Start, but it's basically a Quick Start for BPOS. This is a place where we can take our broad set of partners of any type, and whether they want to take a development track down through Windows Azure, or they want to take a information worker track through BPOS, it's a way for them to get into the program. It's free. It gives them access to all of the internal use rights. It allows them to sign up for the partner of record fees. So it is what you would consider the biggest part of the funnel. And frankly, if we were all successful, we would try to get all of our entire partner ecosystem trying to get to the cloud, would get into our Cloud Essentials Pack. It's designed, if you will, to be an add-on to our broad partners who are in Action Pack. Or it's also designed, if it's a cloud-only or born on the cloud partner, to start there, and then we'll also work at cross-selling and upselling to our other solution packs. In addition, we're announcing the badge that's connected to the Microsoft Partner Network called Cloud Accelerate. We had the program, as you know, in many subsidiaries this year called the Cloud Accelerate program. It was, if you will, done sort of sub by sub for those subs who rolled it out. This is actually a formal badging program with formal gives and gets. It will increase the support resources, it will increase the internal use benefits, and it will provide access to further MDF and channel incentives. It does require a commitment to complete, if I will, I believe 3 deals in a year plus a PSP with us. And the badge will be available in October. So I think a lot of people, there will be a lot of interest in, I think the set of partners have really started to get the momentum going on cloud. And it'll be important for you all to know about Cloud Accelerate. The one thing about Cloud Accelerate, if a partner becomes Microsoft Gold or Silver in a competency, they can add Cloud Accelerate as a badge. If they do not want to do Microsoft Gold or Silver because they're born in the cloud only, and we have about 20% of our top-selling BPOS resellers are really cloud only, they can just acquire this badge, but they won't get, if you will, the new branding I'll show you from the program. And in both cases, you get full internal use rights, and I think that's the thing that partners really still don't know. But they get 250 free seats of BPOS and CRM online. So that was a big ad that people asked for. We will have Intune seats available when Intune launches as well, and Azure seats will be sorted out over the next month or so. As this Azure team's trying to figure out, they intend to give away internal use rights, they're just trying to still sort out a little bit how to do it. So again, when partners want to know about these services, that's why I said let's get them into the funnel, get them the use rights, and for those set of partners who are going to really go big with us, let's get them into Cloud Accelerate. So really big new announcements. John will announce those in the keynote on Tuesday. I wanted to highlight Pinpoint. We often hear partners talk about it. We will go to 46 countries in December, but I thought there were a couple of interesting facts that you could see here. Partners who have profiles, if you will, in Pinpoint get 8 times as many leads as those who don't, and they get on average 150 leads per profile, so we have good tracking on that. Last year we had over 260,000 leads distributed to partners. I frequently get mail from partners that say, I am getting leads from Pinpoint, I might get 1 or 2 a month. When I get them, they're better qualified, and I generally close higher deals from them. So, super successful, and it will be rolled out by December in many more countries. In addition, we will be announcing in Stephen Elop's keynote that the Pinpoint technology will surface up inside CRM and CRM Online. So in the true marketplace sort of functionality, if you will, not unlike Salesforce.com, if a customer goes into CRM Online and clicks in, they'll get the Pinpoint functionality surfaced up and the applications will start to show through. So that's an announcement I think we'll call, I'm not sure if it's named the CRM marketplace, but that concept has been funneled by Pinpoint. So I guess my call to action to all of you is, you can't get enough partners to get their profiles into Pinpoint. And that will be, at least at this point, the place that will direct all partners as we sort out, if you will, our online commerce strategy. There's a tremendous amount going on in the area of support. And when I hear from partners, as I know you do, especially in the last 4 months, partners who have started to really deliver BPOS deals have said, hey, the support of us supporting our customers, whether they go into trial and then to deployment, or they purchase and go to deployment, your support isn't good enough for us. I guess that's what I tell you I've heard from the partners. So worked very hard with the services organization to really come in and funnel both our Cloud Essentials add-on, our Cloud Essentials pack people, and our Cloud Accelerate partners into higher levels of support. And there's a lot below what's on this slide. I want to kind of highlight 2 or 3 things. First of all partners get access, if they're in Cloud Essentials or Cloud Accelerate, to the pre-sales break-fix support. Those customers who are in a competency and Cloud Accelerate will get access to Tier 2 support engineers directly, which has been a strong request that they've had. If you're in Cloud Accelerate and you start doing deals with us, and this one's where it's a little complicated, we are going to start, first of all Cloud Accelerate partners will be able to use their technical account services hours to buy additional Premier support so that we ensure we get customers supported. We are also offering the BPOS Practice Accelerator, which is a brand new thing I'll tell you about with Practice Accelerators, which allows partners to get trained on how to deliver the readiness workshops and practice accelerators. Now the last thing we're announcing internally, and it's had a lot of buzz going on with partners, specifically in the US. I don't know how broadly this buzz has started happening outside the US, but I think it's important we all know. Microsoft is also announcing that we will be delivering Microsoft Premier deployment services. So it's delivered through Microsoft Premier, or Microsoft Services I said, but it's called Microsoft Premier Deployment. And for every customer quote that is a EPG customer with greater than 2,400 seats committed on a purchase, Microsoft is going to for sure bid to do the deployment of BPOS. So to reiterate, if it's an EPG customer, so it's not a corporate account customer in SMSP, just an EPG customer, if the customer is committing to greater than 2,400 seats, Microsoft will always put forward a services bid to do the deployment. So that's an announcement we're making this week. Now what we're saying is, if you are a cloud, and by the way, when we put forward a bid, it will be an open rate card, and we will publish the rate cards so that partners will see exactly the prices. In fact, I believe we're publishing the rate cards this week back in our local subsidiaries. There will be an opportunity, we've got rules of engagement, if you will, between our EPG account teams, our services teams, and our partners to make sure that there's an opportunity, if there's a partner engaged in the deal, for the partner to also present their rate card. So hopefully, I just want to spend a little time on this because partners are edgy. Some of our partners who advanced a lot into doing big deals with us are a little edgy. I had a partner from Australia who say, hey, what about we found the deal? We bring the deal, we start bringing it because it's a large account to Microsoft, and Microsoft is going to take the deployment from us. So I'd say this is a tricky area. Here's what I've told partners. First of all, I need you all to know the facts. It's enterprise accounts only, and it's accounts with greater than 2,400 seat commitments at the time of commitment, and Microsoft will produce a rate card. Partners can deliver a rate card. They can have the Microsoft rep agree. Microsoft reps are not compensated on the Premier deployment. There will be some rumor mill that goes around that says, I know that the EPG reps are getting compensated on the BPOS service line. They're not getting compensated on Premier Deployment. And I think the thing you all need to kind of carry around with you is, in the Microsoft Premier Deployment, meaning Microsoft Delivery and Services, we expect to only deliver 100 to 150 total deployment contracts next year. And they're mail migrations only, by the way. They're not Active Directory, they're not SharePoint, so it's mail only. We expect to do about 150 of them. We expect to do thousands of BPOS deals, hundreds greater than 2,400 seats. So I think the most important thing I could tell you all is to put in context if it comes up, to explain it, to be very, very transparent with what's going on so partners know, but to also let them know that it's EPG only, it's greater than 2,400 seats, and we have thousands and thousands of corporate account customers that we believe will deploy greater than 2,400 seats. The only other thing I like to highlight when talking to partners about this is the area that probably has the least longevity as a business model, which is doing deployments from current email configurations to standardized cloud configurations. And so I spend time talking to partners and saying, you know, in general in this business, we're going to publish a rate card, we're going to get active into it. By the way, our rate cards are published at cost, so we're making no money on them. And I don't advise them necessarily to get into the business because I tell them we're driving the deployment to automation so that theoretically it would cost the customer nothing. So I just want to spend a little time on that. There's been most of our large partners servicing corporate and up accounts who've started to hear about that and had some buzz. I need you all to be the first smartest on it. Take the feedback, be transparent. And we've got clear talking points that have gone out to our EPG teams, our PAMs, and our services team as of yesterday or the day before, coming out from Ron Markusich, if you need more information on that. The last thing we're highlighting and adding on into the tools area is we want to reiterate we've done some enhancements to Order on Behalf. It's amazing to me how many Microsoft internal people still don't know that partners can create marketing campaigns that are email-based or web-based and can include their partner of record number so that they can use their partner of record to create marketing campaigns, to create quotes and other ideas so that if customers do go through and click to trial or otherwise, the partner automatically gets attached. So Order on Behalf is a very important feature. We've enhanced the BPOS sales dashboard for those of you who are directly engaged with partners on this. It allows partners to have full transparency to who's doing what, when, in terms of their customers. And we've enhanced it so that large partners like Dell and others have said, hey, we need to be able to track it all the way down to our individual sales reps. We've done some enhancements like that. And finally, admin on behalf, which allows a partner to go in and administer multiple customers' mailboxes, has been rolled out. We have about 180 partners on it on BPOS. We made it available sort of on an as needed, not as needed, but as told basis just to our Accelerate partners. This will be something we'll encourage all Accelerate partners to get into. It allows them to do the administration of multiple partner accounts. In addition, we'll be demonstrating on stage with Windows Intune. When it launches, it will have an administration console that will allow a partner to manage multiple customer accounts at once. So it's going to be a really big deal. I think the Intune dashboard, frankly, will be ahead of the BPOS dashboard when we see it. I think partners will be very excited, especially those partners servicing small and medium customers in thinking about going after their cloud opportunity. To summarize that, I said the BG announcements, as I told you, there's more announcements coming out of our business groups this year than any other year I've been involved in the partner conference. The first is Bob Moose straight up. We will be announcing a brand new product called the Azure Appliance. This will be announced on stage with 4 OEMs plus eBay, Dell, Fujitsu, Hewlett-Packard, and one other company, as well as eBay. And it will be essentially a configurable set of the server data center of Azure that's about 1,000 servers big that will be available to run as a, quote, private cloud inside our customer businesses. This is a huge deal if you're calling on our partners who are competing against VMware or who are thinking that people want to do private cloud. There will not be an announcement of any availability. We will have the partners on stage with us talking about themselves launching these appliances, and over time, based on the feedback of doing it, availability will come. So that's A huge announcement. It's probably the biggest announcement of the whole conference. We're very excited about it. And we think that our partners in Choreo, who've been sort of fearful that maybe there was never going to be servers on-premise again, will get very excited and see the direction that Microsoft will have Azure both in the Microsoft cloud, but Azure available in a container-like strategy to run in private clouds across the world. That'll help your public sector customers. It'll help people concerned with privacy and security, people who want to have their own, if you will, control of their data. In addition, we have a product we're announcing that was codenamed Dallas. It is not as big a deal compared to the Azure appliance, but it's called Data Realm. And that is a new marketplace for content providers who have data like mapping data, NavTech data, census data, just giant volumes of data that partners and customers can now acquire through a marketplace to utilize in their applications as they're trying to do large application availability. So that's kind of an exciting area for ISVs, for custom app developers who are looking at building applications that take advantage of commercially available data that wasn't otherwise available to them. On the server side, we're announcing three major things. The Windows Server 2008 R2 SP1, which is companion with Windows 7 SP1. And that'll get announced either in Bob or in Tammy. We're also announcing the Virtual Machine Manager Self-Service Portal. It's a great name, VMM-SSP. And that's the tool that allows hosters to do better management of a virtualized Microsoft environment. So if you're calling on hosters or you're calling on companies that are building their own hosting environment, that's a very important tool they'll be excited about. I'll cover solution incentives in a second. Tammy Reller, I mentioned, she will not only discuss Windows 7 Accelerate, which is super critical to involve partners as we try to deliver Windows 7 to all our customers, but for Intune, she will announce availability of the we're in beta right now, but of the next thing, whatever the next step of releasing a service tomorrow. The announcement will go live. She will announce pricing. She will announce partner model, which is the same partner model as the BPOS partner model. It's also run on the same portal. And she will show the partner management on behalf. So I expect the Intune announcement for the partners in the room to be the second most interesting piece of information. And whereas the Azure appliance might be okay, now I have a way to play in the feature in the private data center, Intune should be a very exciting announcement, especially for partners serving small and medium businesses who do managed services today. So I think it'll be one that they'll be quite excited about. And they'll be able to add it on, if you will, do a BPOS add-on, a Windows Intune add-on, companion that, if you will, with an Office 2010 and a Windows 7 license, and you have a great software solution for both small and medium businesses. Finally, in Stephen Elop's area, you can see what's listed there. Online, CRM Online is going to 8 new markets. We will be announcing BPOS Momentum. I'm going to let Stephen give the real numbers on stage, but I'll tell you what I told people at the golf tournament this morning. We expected by the end of June to have a high north of 2.5 million paid seats of BPOS. And last time we published any record, we published 1 million seats of paid BPOS. All I'll just say is, suffice to say, we blew way through that number. So I think Stephen Elop will have some exciting momentum in terms of paid seats of BPOS, and you all will get to see and feel that we've built an incredibly large business in just 1 year. I think that'll be great for you all calling on partners, and it should cause everybody, if you will, in the room to buzz a little bit about that. In addition, we've gone from 6,000 partners who are signed up to sell BPOS to over 16,000 partners in the last 2 months since we've gone out with the Microsoft is all-in strategy, and we've really started to get the sales force going. So a lot of momentum about BPOS. I still think there's a lot of partners in the room that still aren't sure if they're doing something with it. The intent of the momentum is to get people to say, wow, I'm going to get left behind if I don't get on the bandwagon right away. And you can see CRM. I believe they'll announce dates for CRM. Online, as well as the Pinpoint Marketplace I mentioned earlier. I want to cover a few NPN announcements. These announcements are important, and they will not be made in a keynote.